Hello and welcome back to a new video. In this video I finally gonna stay the whole weekend in Barcelona, and that is for a very special reason because I got lucky and the Tour de France this year had its start in Barcelona. So for the weekend I watched the first two stops or the first 2 days of the Tour de France, and I will take you along. And I also show you a bit of my regular life. With Class Pass, I tried out Hyrox for the first time, and I have to say it was very exhausting, but also lots of fun. Then I was in the mood for something not so exhausting, so I chose a yoga on a Friday, which I think is a great way to start a relaxed weekend. And it was literally like a private apartment, and it was a little bit hard to find it, but it was a very good session. Tribe is basically a mix between running, cycling, and then weights training. And it's a bougie gym when there is a free toiletries you can use. This was again a super exhausting class, but the best part was that they gave you a cool or chilled towel at the end. Oh, and it felt so good after you sweated so much. So I wanted to give a little bit more insight regarding ClassPass. So basically the difference is that you don't have a subscription or membership in one specific gym, but to ClassPass, and then in ClassPass many different gyms, sport classes, events are part there, and then you can participate in all of them and kind of pick and choose, and you have a certain amount of credits for the month. And I think it's really interesting. Just in my opinion, it's a little bit expensive, so I wanted to try it first. So now I have 2 weeks of free trial, so in the couple following weeks you will see me trying out lots of different gym classes, and after the 2 weeks I will give my final resume and if I'm gonna pay or do this subscription with ClassPass on the long term or no. But of course, even though I did a lot more sports than usual, I also had some balance and just chilled a little bit on my terrace. So this is my outfit for today. Actually, I made this dress myself. And I don't know if I can... Yeah, I think it shows off my tan back quite nicely, and I really like that. And now I'm off to hopefully get to see the Tour de France. We'll see. I decided to go by bike to reach the Tour de France, even though it's just an e-bike. And maybe you can let me know down below. When I arrived, there was already going some riders, but these were not the official men participating in the Tour de France. So I'm not too sure if it was like a class below or something, or just others in training. Yeah, I'm curious. And once you reach it, it's quite easy just to follow along, and then you can decide where you want to stop. And I think it was very interesting that the merch was just some simple tents where you can buy t-shirts or official tricots for around 100 euros. And before the race officially starts, there's like a parade where they give out lots of freebies like hats, gummy bears, just different things. And the atmosphere and the chanting was really quite good and energetic. And on the first day I was standing right next to a 5-star hotel, and they had definitely the best view. And here are the first riders. As you can see, even though I'm standing in a curve, they're super fast. And yeah, you're waiting a long time just to see them a couple of seconds. But it was interesting to see how many of the 8 riders stayed together at the end. And there was even a woman who decided to bring her bird to watch the Tour de France. For the second day, I chose to go by bike again, and I have to say it's really good way to go around or get around quickly in Barcelona. And of course, I could not miss the parade again with the freebies. For the second day, I went a little bit more closer to the finish line where there were some steep hills, just to see them also when there is a higher inclination. But as you can see, there is still quite fast to go around, but it was interesting to see because this course was a little bit longer, I think around 160, 180 kilometers. So the times between them was a little bit more far stretched, so you could really see the difference in the qualities of the drivers. And this time it was especially lucky because all the drivers had to go around 3 times, so you can also watch them 3 times. Here are some of my thoughts regarding the Tour de France. First of all, major bonus. It was free and you did not have to get there that much in advance. I think I arrived around 2 to 1 hour before the race started on both days, and I think I still got okay places. I mean, on the Saturday I even was in the front row, which was really nice to see them close by. But just be aware, they're really fast. Even in the curves or when you go uphill, they're still very fast. So you wait a long time just to see them pass by one time. But for me, at least on Sunday, I was pretty lucky because they did the last circle 3 times. So everybody passed at least 3 times. But still, I think it's so much fun. Everybody cheering on. The atmosphere is great. I really liked it. Just maybe in comparison to Formula One. In Formula One, there's constantly happening something, and I feel like in Tour de France there is lots more waiting involved in between the riders and in between the teams. But still, it was a really nice experience, and I mean, it's great that it's free and then you can watch different points. And I can only imagine that the really steep parts in France are even more exciting to watch. But yeah, and I think it's just crazy how fast they are. I mean, I went with the e-bike at 25 kilometers and I was already a little bit stressed with the traffic, and it's only 25 kilometers. And to imagine they have a medium speed, an average speed of 50 kilometers, and they go up to like 70, 80 kilometers per hour. I think it's really crazy what the body physically can do when it's trained to that. But yeah, and I think I will just continue watching it now as the highlights online to see who wins. And I'm Team Jonas Venegas, so I will be very excited if he wins, but we'll see. And on that weekend I also picked up air dry clay for the first time, and I wanted to make first a snack bowl that kind of looks like a pool, and then also a toothbrush and toothpaste holder that looks like a can of sardines. So I really like working with my hands, and I think it's really relaxing just to trying smoothing it out as best as possible. And for me, in that case, I'm really not a perfectionist. I just have fun doing it, and I don't mind it if there are little lumps and bumps. And both projects are not finished yet, so you have to stay tuned for the following weeks to see how they will end up. So I really hope you enjoyed the video and I see you in the next one.